My friend suggested that I start video journaling. He showed me some of his examples of himself video journaling, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I decided I would give it a try. I got my hair like brushed out and blown out. It just needs a little bit of oil, but she pretty. I like how big my hair has gotten. You know, how long it's getting. It's crazy. I have a lot of hair. And I can really see it. Usually come out the shower and it's all, you know, the shrinkage is crazy. It's all coiled up and shit. But I'm channeling my angel from Pose. She the baddest. She my favorite. She's my idol. And actually one of my biggest inspirations. I want to be just like her. What the fuck? How do I do this? I originally was just gonna write down some like talking points, and I did, but I'm gonna do that probably in a separate video. I feel like I just need to like maybe rant, just like word vomit, see how it happens, see how it goes. I don't know how people just do that. People just talk. I feel like my life is kind of boring. Like all I do is work. But I mean, the work that I do is pretty cool, so maybe I will talk about it. I have a lot of fun running my team. I'm a small little business owner. Girl boss. I'm realizing while video journaling that I have so much trouble opening up and being vulnerable because I can't even do it with myself in the comfort of my own company. Why do people think that Sunday is a good day to mow their lawns? Just putting that out there. Hoping my neighbor feels that sentiment. His lawn do be fucking pristine though. I was talking to earlier about how I have trouble with, like, every time I receive pleasure, it is followed by guilt. I have trouble accepting pleasure, which is weird because for the past year and a half, like I kind of been forced to because I haven't had money, and like I've been a broke bitch for a while now, and Carter's been treating me. Every time we go out, every time we do things, he's paying for it. Like last night we went out to Pisces. I think that was maybe the first time I've ever paid for our drinks, and it was just like two little itty bitty ass drinks, didn't do nothing, but it felt good. It felt really good being able to be like, it's on me, and I want to manifest a lot more of that. I want to be able to take care of the bill, baby. If you with me and you're in my party, you don't even gotta think about the financial aspect. Like, that's what I'm channeling for everybody, for myself. I have trouble embodying somebody who can be okay with receiving because it just comes with guilt. With Carter, I think I let it happen so much because I liked it. Because, you know, it's Carter. I like Carter. Like I am attracted to that. To being like, isn't that kind of tortured logic? Like, I am attracted to that. Like, I want you to pay for me, but at the same time, I claim to be. I think it's stupid, and that's another thing that I have shame over. It's like that whole thought process. Every single time it happens, every single time it crosses my mind, like it's like all of those things come in a bundle. It's like guilt, shame, fear. I had a conversation with Carter earlier today, and he was telling me like I need to enter and fully enter my selfish era. I need to embody feeling like I belong, and I have trouble doing that. I have trouble taking up space. Like, I have a lot. Wow, my nose is like red. I don't know why. I have trouble taking up space. I have trouble being fully present without editing myself or silencing or censoring, you know? Like I am very intentional about the way that I insert myself. I'm very overcritical of what I say in certain moments. A lot of that comes from probably my line of work, you know? I'm a leader, so I gotta be very careful with the things that I say because I have a lot of people who look up to me, you know? And it's weird that I have these problems, that I constantly feel like an imposter when I have so many people who look up to me, you know, who believe in me, who trust in me, who I have so much love for. So I think I need to work on that for their sake, you know? It's funny how being selfish, I can still somehow turn that into a selfless act. And I think that's what Carter's trying to tell me. It's like, it's always for everyone else. It's always for everyone else and then me last. It's just too humble, too nice, too sweet, too good. I need to start being mean. I need to start being bad. I just don't know where to start. I don't know how. When I really think about it, I think I really do know how, because I know how to not to be that very, very well. It's like when you're taking a test and you intentionally get all of the answers wrong. But I think I'm starting to realize that I have to do it if I want to grow in the way that I've been envisioning. If I want to become the person that I've been trying to craft, I need to be comfortable with belonging. Or take it a step farther, I need to be more comfortable with not belonging. I need to be comfortable with being polarizing. I need to be, because like I often feel when I try, and I don't want to sound like this sounds so corny, but I have trouble feeling like I fit in. Like even last night, for example, we went to a drag show, we went to a couple bars, and like they're so cool. These are such cool people with amazing energy, and they're there, you know? They're there. And I'm there and I'm just like I don't know how to how to do that. You know, like I'm just kind of watching and observing. And I consigned myself to, you know, like I settled for like maybe that's just the role that I play in these group dynamics. I'm just the observant one. I'm just there. And I'm okay with it. I really am okay with that. But I think it is more often than not at my own expense. The world could probably benefit from the shit that I have to say. The world probably needs some of the shit that I have to say. But the reason I don't say it is because the only things that I have to say are productive and nobody gives a fuck. I listen to the kinds of conversations that people have and I'm just like, I don't care to give my take on these things. I don't care to insert myself into this conversation because it's just gossip. I don't give a fuck about gossip. I don't care about that shit. That shit has like, it bores me. I think I'm just overly fucking analytical, overly intellectual, but I can't go back now. I've consumed such an amount of food for thought that I have developed a very particular palate for what I will continue to consume. And the shit that they talk about, the shit that other people, you know, like you know, just public discourse, it just bores me. It just bores me. I don't know. So maybe me being selfish is like, I'm gonna have to like start just being repellent. If I want to become magnetic, I need to understand that I'm going to start repelling a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of conversations, a lot of opportunities. Because a bitch like me, I know how to get my way. I know how to get into a room. I know how to communicate with powerful people. I know how to package my ideas in such a way that it's like planting a seed in a forest or planting a seed in soil that becomes a forest. Like that's where my mind is. That's where I envision my place in the world is. And I think for the longest time, maybe up until now, it's been silent. It's been behind the scenes because I don't, you know, visibility was never a requirement for the things that I've been doing and building up until now. Now I'm starting to get a little bit of traction. I'm starting to realize that if I'm leading such a team, I have a couple people who we're all working together towards something, but I'm starting to realize that in order for us to grow, I need to break down every wall I've built against being seen fully being seen. I need to get comfortable with being annoying. You know, I started very intentionally posting shit that I know would piss people off a while ago, a couple months, I started just posting cringe shit, knowing, and I like my closest friends, my family, the people around me. So I had some of my closest friends block me because they just couldn't couldn't put up with it. But again, they didn't understand the vision. They don't know what the fuck I'm building. They don't understand the path that I'm walking, so I don't blame them. I think another issue that kind of held me back from fully embodying this is that it felt really lonely because the people closest to me, they didn't care enough to ask why. They couldn't see it past how it made them feel. And I always see past that. I think one of my greatest strengths that I thought was a hindrance up until now is that I can always see people beyond what they believe in, beyond how they make me feel, beyond all that shit. Like I see past so many layers. I see people. Other people don't. This is not a superiority thing. This is not a hierarchy thing. This is not me saying, like, by selfish I don't mean better because I'm, prioritizing myself. I just mean the world would be a better place if I started stepping up a little bit more. I think my desire to be in the world and do the things that I want to do and love people the way I want to love people and heal people the way I want to heal people, a majority of that was originally fueled by pain. And I think it will continue to be fueled by pain for a long time. It was fueled by that loneliness. I think that's a choice. I have an abundant reservoir of pain, an abundant reservoir of anger, and I've talked about this. I've alluded to this with Carter a couple times actually. I've mentioned this reservoir of anger that I pull from to create, that I pull from to converse with. And I don't look angry, obviously. Like that's, anyone who knows me knows that I'm not an angry person. But anger doesn't have to look like anger. I don't think people understand anger because they don't understand themselves. They think of anger and they think, oh, like, I'm mad. This person did this to me. It's like, no. That's one layer of what really happened. Zoom out a little bit. You'll have plenty more to be angry about. I'm angry because I get angry because people don't see. And because every day I have to be patient and explain things to them in a way that they might understand. And they still can't see the fucking picture. They're still unwilling to embody it. I got called a pussy because of my tendency to be overly loving, even to people who quote unquote don't deserve it. I was upset about that too. I got deeply angry. But I chose to use that anger to turn it into insight for someone. And that's happened many, many times where people question, why are you so loving? Why are you so kind? It's like, I don't always want to be loving or kind, baby. I don't always want to be good. I get angry because I know that I have to be good in that moment, though. And you can always be like, oh no, you don't have to. Of course I don't have to. Yeah, free will is a thing, but the reason you don't understand why I do it is because you don't understand why it's important. You don't understand the effect of your anger. You don't understand the effect of your ignorance. You don't understand the weight of your ignorance. I do. I do. That's why I lead people. That's why I teach people. That's why people trust me. Because I see. Because I get it. It's simple. Now, I think I've always also knew that I was put on this earth to confuse people and probably to anger people. And I think I need to start doing that more strategically now and more intentionally now. Like if I am to embody this selfishness, if I am to step into my sovereignty and wear my crown proudly, I need to be comfortable with pissing some people off. I need to be comfortable with creating friction because I am a catalyst for change. I would liken it to the birth of stars and planets and black holes, these things that happen on a cosmic scale. You know how much friction has to be created in order to produce change? People chase comfort, and because of that, they don't change. They stay where they are. And they do all these things on the outside to put a blanket over the fact that they don't have the balls. You know, like they just call it's, I don't know. I don't know. I do know, but okay. Anyway, that's enough.